So Rode just released their new brand called RodeX, and with that they released two new products, namely the Rode XDM100, which is their USB dynamic mic, and this, which is the Rode XCM50, which is their new condenser USB mic. And powering both of them will be their new app called Unify, so let's see what they have to offer. So firstly, if you're going to be picking up the Rode X XCM50, then you'll get in the box a USB-C to USB-C cable, a tripod with their adapter to use this mic on your desk, but you can also attach this to a mic arm, which I would highly recommend. You also get the mic itself, and then you get an auxiliary extension cable if you need more distance between your headset and the mic itself. If you take a look at the mic itself, the design is just the same as the Rode NT USB Mini, but of course with a different color scheme. Then if you take a look at the red knob at the front, that is used to control the volume that is sent to the headphone when you plug it into the back of the mic. And that of course is next to the USB-C port, which is used to connect this mic to your PC. Then the arms on the XCM50 can rotate 360 degrees around the mic, meaning that you can have it either in this orientation when the arms are facing down, or you can flip it around and hang it down from a tripod if this is more of a design that you want to go for, or if this is sort of the way you want to actually use the mic in your setup. Then the headphone jack at the back of the mic is not just used to monitor the mic, but also the entire mix that you set up via the Unify app, meaning you don't actually have to plug in your headphones into your PC anymore, but you can just simply plug it into the mic itself. Now for those of you out there that may use USB or Bluetooth headsets, you can still make use of those, and you just have to make sure that you select those under the monitor section of the Unify app and keep your system as your main output for your PC. But now that we have seen the mic, let's actually go and take a look at Unify. Now we'll be doing an entire setup video for Unify, but for now let me just run through the basics of what Unify can do. So firstly, Unify allows you to split all of your audio sources on your PC into different categories, for example, system, chat, music, game, browser, and virtual. And even though you have all these options, you firstly don't have to use all of them. And secondly, you can assign any audio source to any of them, meaning if you're feeling rebellious, you can technically take your music and assign it to game and your games to music. It really doesn't matter, and you are in control of this entire setup. Now, what sets Unify apart from some of the other competitors out there is the fact that you can record directly using the app, control what sources you record, and even access those recordings all in one place. RodeX really made it easy to control sub-mixes as well by allowing you to simply click on the drop-down menu on the top, select the output you want to control, and then simply add or remove audio sources from that output, or control the volumes of each source in that output separately. Then once you're done setting all the volumes and all the sources you want to hear, you can simply click on the headphone drop-down menu in the bottom left, and then select the output you would like to hear so you can hear what that source will hear, for example, what your stream will hear and at what volume they will hear each source. Then you also have built-in sound clips on the far right, and they have uploaded a few default ones already, but you do have 8 banks that you can use to assign any audio source you want to, and then rename it what you would like, and then use it as you please in your recordings or in your live streams. Now all of this is nice and all, but how does this mic actually sound, and how does it compare to the NT USB Mini, since it is sort of the same mic, as well as how does it compare to the Rode Podmic and the Rode ProCaster? This is what the Rode X XCM50 sounds like, and since this is a condenser mic, it is a little bit more sensitive to noisy environments. So if you have a lot of reverb in your room, or if you're in a noisy area, then you may need to consider actually getting the Rode XDM100, which is their dynamic mic solution. But for both of these mics, I would suggest getting a mic arm to actually get the mic as close to your face as possible, as that will allow you to turn down the gain as much as possible, meaning that you won't pick up the noisy environment or your noisy room, for instance, in your mics, and you'll still have a clear audible voice without picking up all of these unwanted noises that you don't want to pick up for your recordings or your live streams. What you're listening to right now is the audio from the Rode NT USB Mini, and this is how it sounds with the mic pretty close to your mouth, and this is how it sounds going on the side of the mic. This is how it sounds when you speak into the back of the mic. And this is how it sounds when you speak into the other side of the mic, which should sound similar to the other side as well. And this is what the Rode Podmic sounds like plugged directly into the RodeCaster Pro 2. This is a $100 mic, and it is an XLR mic, meaning that you do need an audio interface for this, but if you pair it up with the Rode AI1 audio interface, you do sort of end up in sort of the price range between the Rode XCM50 and the Rode XCM100, but of course you will not have all of the interface availability of the Unify app, so just bear that in mind. And this is the Rode ProCaster, a $200 mic that is also plugged directly into the RodeCaster Pro 2, and this is sort of the audio quality that you can expect from a mic like this. Overall, I love the fact that Rode has created the separate brand for gamers and streamers, as this will now help them focus more on these people. And of course, RodeX is listening to you. So if you have any suggestions or any feedback on any of these products or any of the software that they're releasing, give them a follow and make sure to send that their way. I also love what they've done with Unify. It is extremely easy to use, straightforward, and having the ability to not only control your audio sources separately, but to also create submixes is something a lot of people want and need. Now, as mentioned before, if you need help setting up Unify, I have left a link to that setup video down in the description below. If you have any questions on the Rode XCM50, feel free to ask me down in the comment section below as well. Any questions on Unify, you can ask them down there as well. And then while you're down there, please leave a like and subscribe. And then, as always, until next time, cheers.